know that building a business is not always easy. That's why we love to give you daily business goodness, daily business lessons for the real world. I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. And in today's lesson, you will learn, should you have a business address when working from home? A lot of us, when we get started, we start from home. We're building our business on the weekends. We're building our business in the evenings while we still have a job. And your business's headquarters is home base, is your actual home. So when you actually put an address for your business, whether that's in your emails or when you actually register your business as an LLC, for example, do you use your home address or do you get another address, a business address? We get into all the details and how to do it in today's lesson. So let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA Show is sponsored by HostGator. HostGator is our web hosting service provider of choice. We use it for the $100 MBA. We use it for Webinar Ninja because we love their customer support. When it comes to your website, you need somebody on hand 24/7. And that's what HostGator does. They provide 24/7 live support via chat, phone, or email. Best of all, they provide their services and their hosting without breaking the bank. And they're hooking up every listener of the $100 MBA Show with an amazing discount, 25% off, when you go to HostGator.com and use promo code OmarHookup. Again, that's HostGator.com, promo code OmarHookup. Many of us, when we start building a business, our office is our home office. I know that was the case for me in my businesses. But as you start building your business, you're required to give your business address. When you're creating an email campaign using your email software like MailChimp, you have to give an address so people know where this email is coming from, what business address is this coming from. I know it's electronic email, but they still require it. You may want to provide your business address on your contact page on your website. And of course, you're going to need a business address once you register your business as a corporation, as an LLC. So what do? Do you use your home address or do you have to get a business address? Do you need to rent out an office so you have an address for your business? Or are there other solutions? Luckily, there are other solutions. First, let me address the question, should you have a business address and not use your home address? My personal advice is yes, you should separate your home personal life from your business. This is just for your own privacy. This is just for your own security as well. And it's also good just for planning for the future. Your business is going to start growing and people are going to want to start reaching out to you, whether that's sending you a gift or sending you feedback via a letter. There are people that still send letters, postcards, things like that. And you may not want all that stuff flooding to your front door. And obviously, for many of us, sharing your home address is a breach of personal privacy. So yes, I do think you should separate because your business is different from your home life. And I do think you need to secure a business address. Now, this doesn't have to be super, super expensive. You don't have to rent out an office. You can just rent out an address. And there are many services like this, but the simplest service is the U.S. Postal Service if you're in America, the post office. I'm sure Canada has the same setup as well. And you can get a P.O. box from the post office, and you can use that as your business address. Now, every city is going to be different, but on average, the post office will charge around $70 to use a post office box for 6 months. And you can renew every 6 months or every year. So it's really not that expensive. And some post offices provide a physical address as an alternative. So if people are sending you packages, you can pick them up from the post office rather than trying to cram them into your P.O. box. Now, there are other companies that do this. UPS stores provide addresses for businesses. They're going to be a little bit more expensive, but they do provide that service. And I know for sure that UPS stores provide an address as well, a physical address, if you want to use a physical address instead of a P.O. box as your business address. Now, a couple of quick tips when it comes to setting up your business address. Make sure the office where you're creating this address is close by to either your home or where you work. And where you work might be just a cafe that you frequent. Because you're going to have to go and pick up your mail. And you may want to schedule maybe 2 or 3 times a week to go ahead and do that. Or if you don't get that much mail, maybe once every week or once every 2 weeks. Now, once you have that business address, you can now use it for your email campaigns, when people ask for your business address so they can send you something. And of course, when setting up your business as a corporation or an LLC. If you're just getting started, I know it may seem that this is kind of early, like I'm just getting started, I'm still just building my business, and that's okay. If there's no need for you to provide a business address in what you're doing, then don't take this step. Once you have to start sending emails out to your users and start corresponding with your customers, then you may need to go ahead and get yourself a business address. But if you're not there yet and you don't want to spare the expense right now, don't do it. But when it is time, now you know what to do. Guys, I got more on today's topic, but before that, I got to give love to today's sponsor, Servata. Guys, I want to tell you about Servata, a rapidly growing startup that is reinventing how you get consumer research for every decision, testing creative, measuring demand for new products, tracking consumer trends, and more. Imagine you're debating a colleague about which logo to pick for a new product or discussing a consumer trend. They'll go by gut feel, while you'll use Servata to ask hundreds of highly targeted consumers overnight to give you hard data for your decision. Servata's secret is brand new tech that collects respondents via the scale of the web as opposed to slow and old-fashioned panels. And the best part is that as a listener to the $100 MBA, you can name your own discount. Servata will match the respondents you purchase at no cost with no limit. Need to reach 200 millennial females in Florida? You'll get 400 for the same price. 2,000 baby boomers in the Midwest? You'll get 4,000. All of you have a decision this week that requires reliable data, so why wait? To redeem this offer, just visit Servata.com/MBA. That's SURVATA.com/MBA. Setting up a business address is one of those formalities when building a business that you just do once and then you forget about it. Of course, if you move, you can change your address. But sometimes in business, you got to do these mundane tasks that kind of make sure that everything is in order. Luckily, setting up a business address is not that expensive, and it's actually pretty pain-free. You can get done with it within 30 minutes. So if you're thinking about doing it and you know you need it, just go ahead and do it and get it over with so it's done. Often when you get these tasks done, it helps you have a little bit more clarity in your mind. Things are not cluttered. You know that the important things are taken care of. All right, guys, that wraps up today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let us know, guys. We'd love to hear from you. We love hearing feedback from listeners. We'd love to hear from you what your favorite episode is, what your favorite takeaways are. And you could do it in an iTunes rating and review. By giving us an iTunes rating and a review, you really help us rank better on iTunes and reach new listeners. So show us some love. It takes 2 minutes, and everybody who leaves us an iTunes rating and review enters our weekly random draw to win a free ride to the $100 MBA Training and Community. That's a lifetime membership to our training. If you're on your iPhone, you could just click on the cover art and you'll see a link that says give us a rating and review. Click on that link and the rest is a piece of cake. If you're on your computer, just go to 100mba.net/show and all the instructions are at the bottom of the page. Guys, thank you so much for listening to the $100 MBA Show. We love the fact that you guys listen and subscribe every day. You know, recording a daily podcast is not easy, but what keeps me going is knowing that you guys are listening every single day. Thank you so much, guys. All right, guys, that wraps up today's episode. But before I go, I want to leave you with this. I'm going to fully admit, I don't like these mundane tasks like setting up a business address or choosing the right email marketing provider or registering domain names or getting the right web host. To me, that's not the business. That's not the actual creativity and the work. To me, it's just things I have to get done. So often what I do is I just make a list of all these things that are not really enjoyable, but I know I have to get done, and then I just spend a day pounding through all those. And I just cross them off my list, and I get them done, and I know I feel much better after that. So if you're avoiding these little tasks, don't avoid them. Go ahead and attack them head on. All right, guys, I'll check you in tomorrow's episode. I'll see you then. Take care.